What's up, everybody? This is JD from Tech Games Network, as well as the Hunters Association podcast. Also with me today, I have always Jay Carson, aka JC, and we're here to talk about some Blue Lock, the next best sports series in America. At least I think so, anyway. I don't know about everybody else, but that's just me. All right, so what's going on with you, JC? I know it's been a while since we got together to discuss Blue Lock. I think it's been about what, three weeks, 3 weeks or so. Yeah, three chapters, 3 weeks. A lot has happened. A lot of development. We got to see a really good match, and we got to see how does Isagi, Ren, Bakura, and the rest of the crew stack up against these all elite players and these pro players. And me personally, when I originally was reading it, I was like, first of all, there's no way in hell they're going to win. I was like, there's no way. Because if they won, I would have been furious. Because it's just like, we know they're good, but they're Blue Lock good. They're not, FIFA World Cup players. Yeah, FIFA World Cup players good. So if they would have pulled it out of their ass and won, I would have called BS on it. Would have called BS. But before we get into like the meat of what the match was, I want to get your thoughts on chapter 90. I know 90 wasn't really too much. It was really just a meet and greet. We got to meet the pro players and everything, and got a little matchup between both teams as Isagi and his group scored the first goal of the match, which was kind of shocking, but at the same time, it's like when you know you're better than someone, you don't really take them seriously. So I kind of understood. I'm like, okay, they wasn't taking them seriously, and which, in all rightfully, they shouldn't. But I want to know, what was your thoughts on chapter 90? Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm, true. Yeah, I don't think it was no way they took them seriously. I mean, and they should, rightfully so. They should. I mean, they get paid millions of dollars or thousands of dollars. They do this for a living, and these are just some high school kids that are above average. So, I mean, which doesn't mean like high school kids that are above average can't be better than pro players. I mean, we see it all the time in different sports. Um, First thing that comes to mind, basketball. We've seen Kevin Garnett, Kobe, LeBron all come out of high school, dominating the pros. So there is something to be said for that. But then again, those are once in generational talents that are able to do that and still compete at a high level. So chapter 91, we finally get to see them actually play a little serious. And when I mean them, everybody, I mean the pro players. They was like, okay, y'all, it was cute. You scored one goal. Now we're about to show you why we're where we're at. And even though they didn't go like all out, it was like they used 1% of their energy or their skill just to pretty much devastate them. And rightfully so, 91 was the title of that chapter was Godspeed. And when I first saw that, I was like, bro, the title alone had me hyped because I'm like, oh, somebody is about to get wrecked. So, what was your thoughts on Godspeed, Chapter 91? Right, 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 right. Exactly, bro. That was exactly what I was saying. I'm like, and the crazy thing was what made it so much more kind of like devastating to our main characters is like the other world players. It was like, is his speed really that impressive? Right. Like it is what he's doing really that great? And I was like, that's crazy. So either he's not going full steam ahead or just he's just that fast that either, you know, the speed he's displaying is just otherworldly to, these high schoolers, but he can go even faster. And that maybe that's another way of what they meant by it, is that really impressive. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, and I was like, that's really crazy that they said that. Another thing that we found out in chapter 91 was these we found out how much they were getting paid, pretty much, because we knew there is no way in hell they were doing this for free. So, how much did you say the pay was? Okay. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Which Ego knew what he was doing. Like I said, Ego is like a master at manipulating and mind games when it comes to this facility and everything he's built, this blue lock. Like he's just been, pretty much he's the puppet master, and these students and these kids are the puppets, and he's making them evolve the way he wants them to. In in lack of a better words that I can think of. All right. Mm-hmm. Was it the dude with the dreads, the big buff one? Didn't he score a goal in '91? No, no. '91 was also Loki, the prodigy, Godspeed. That was the second goal. Wasn't it the dude from France? The older dude. Okay. But it was two black guys. It was the big buff one, and he got the prodigy. Yeah. So the dude from Brazil didn't score in '91. I I think two was scored in '91, and the last three was in '92. Right. It was just bam, bam, bam. You know, no, we gonna keep it. We gonna keep it going. Right. And another thing was um, going into '92 that I thought was real telling was everyone on the team gave up. Asagi, Isagi gave up. Bakura gave up. The other two gave up, but the only person that didn't give up was Ren. Ren was the only one out of them that thought they can still win. It, mhm. It was mentally. Yeah, they gave up mentally. Right. Yeah, that's how I read it too. It was like it wasn't more physically; it was just mentally because they realized nothing they could do. Everything that they learned, everything that they used to get to where they're at now was not going to work. Yeah. hmm you're talking about in Blue Lock, or you're just talking about the pro players? In leveling skill, like very, like on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe like a 1 or 2, a 7. Mm. I mean, cause I'm trying to think, and I'm just thinking of different panels. I know he was able to kind of somewhat predict where they were going, but yeah, but it didn't it didn't matter. Like a lot of times, I think in one panel, it did say, "Oh yeah, I'm coming straight for you. I know you trying to predict where I'm going, but it's not gonna work." No, I think that was the Prodigy who said that to Rain because Rain was trying to predict where he was gonna go, and he was like, "Yeah, that's not gonna work because you can't keep up with me." I mean, okay, I can. I mean, I can really see like 4 or 5, but I can't go. I can't go above that because it was just such an overwhelming defeat, especially when they still wasn't trying. Mm. I think the score has still been the same. I I'll give them one more. I don't think 3. Yeah, 2 to. Yeah, I'll say 2. 2 goals. Well, the reason why I say yeah, the reason why I said 2 was because they scored 5, like just lollygagging around. And if it was all Rens on the team, if they would have tried even a little bit more than what they was already trying, it it's wouldn't have helped any, no matter how many Rens it was. Yeah, I mean, right, and that was really you can really say Isagi helped him get that goal. I mean, because Isagi was like the distraction, and Ren, um, Right. I mean, the distraction did help. It helped. All you need is a little bit. You just need a little breathing room to get where you need to be. Right. Yeah. It was nothing you could do. Nothing. Mm-hmm. 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 Right. That's too much money. Mm-hmm. Right. Probably testing them. Probably doing another exhibition match, but this time maybe with semi-pro players or other high schoolers who are supposed to be top in their fields, maybe across the country instead of just Japan. He could do that. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That could happen. Right. It, the only way I can see is another exhibition match, but that's the only way you can really show their growth and have like, okay, so this is them from the beginning of Blue Lock to where they are now. We saw how they stack up against actual pros. Now we're going to see them stack up against the semi pros, which is the under 20 league. And talking about in Blue Lock, either either Ego is going to take the five and put them in another exhibition match, or he's gonna add whoever else comes up from. Yeah, but I'm saying maybe the next team of five they have them compete against each other, and this will all be to build a team of 11, and then they go and face another exhibition. But this time it'll be 11 versus 11. I mean, I don't know. This it's hard to kind of predict where the series is gonna go because it's so different. Like so different compared to the general sports series that we all read. Like, and kind of like when you thought when they played Red, you was like, "There's no way Saga is gonna lose a second time," and then they lost, and we was like, "No way this is gonna happen," and it happened. So trying to predict this series is I don't know, it's hard as hell. Right. They could have reached a plateau, and well, I mean, it's hard to say because when you're going up against pro players who are the aces on their respective teams, it's kind of hard to say that the characters we've been following this whole series have reached a plateau, but you're really just putting them against astronomical odds and saying, "Hey, go out and play. Let me see what you got." So it's really kind of hard to say like um, either they're not that good or have they gone as far as they can go, especially given who they was up against. When we all know they wasn't ready by no means. Mm. Yeah, he'll never admit it. Right. One thing I would like to see, well, not what I would like to see is one thing I want to comment on Isagi's character during this whole match. We did see Isagi kind of revert back to his old self for just a moment when he realized it was no way that they was going to win the match. I thought that was kind of surprising, given like even though he knows somebody may be better than him, he always wanted to still surpass him in some kind of way. And then in this instance, he like completely gave up. He was like, I just can't do it. And I thought that was kind of weird for him. Even though after he was like, this is where I want to be. I want to be on that level. But it was just interesting to me that he reverted to where it's like he lacked confidence again. I don't, what did you think about that? Or do you remember the kind of panel I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. But do you think it was okay for him to revert as far as a lack of confidence, given that he's been, even though even though he knows he's not better, he still has the confidence to say, "I want to get better and surpass him." So, do you think that was kind of like a weird dynamic that he reverted, even though he stopped pretty much that mindset a long time ago? Mm-hmm. Yeah, true. Yeah, I guess you're right. I don't know. I guess I was just I found it a little odd that that happened and where it happened. I mean, I do get it. And when you're saying like you're human, like no matter how overconfident you are or confident you are, it's always going to be a moment where you might not feel as confident anymore. So I do get it, but at the same time, I don't know. I guess it's because I'm just so used to him being confident in himself now, and now just seeing him kind of revert for that instance, it kind of threw me off. Right. I know I do not belong. Not belong right now. But yeah, so chapter 93, what do you think is gonna happen? Well, you're not the only one. I'm right along with you. Oh, with the other guy, the one who likes to fight, pretty much. Do you think they'll go to that one and then finish that, and then they're gonna show them three versus Nagi and whatchamacallit? Well, I mean, yeah, but you can at least show that hey, they're about to face off, and then we can see like the aftermath, maybe like a flashback later on of who ended up with who, like because oh, okay. I don't, yeah, I mean, I didn't think we'll see the match that was taking place as it was. So I was shocked to see that because I thought we was never going to see him again. To be honest with you, I thought once Hisagi was chosen, we was never going to see the original crew again. Well, I mean, they've been getting kicked off. Remember, Isagi kicked off one of his old teammates. I mean, the monk guy wasn't good. The monk guy was worse than Isagi. We gonna see. I don't know. It's definitely gonna be it's definitely gonna be interesting to see how it's gonna go. I don't know. It's definitely gonna be interesting. But you have anything else to say on Blue Lock? I know it wasn't really much. It was just like an ass whooping. Right. Right. These three chapters was pretty much them just getting ass whooped. It wasn't really much to it. Really, the meat of it is probably going to take place in the next chapter and stuff. So, you got nothing else? All right, me either. All right. Well, appreciate everybody for watching. If you can, please follow the channel on Twitch. Subscribe to Always J Carson, also on Twitch and on YouTube. And we will catch you guys next time.